I was able to pick up a couple of circulated nickel boxes this week. That means it's time for episode 53, boxes 86 and 87. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure and welcome back to my channel. Like I said in the intro, I was able to get a couple of circulated nickel boxes. I already popped the top. I have to do that on nickel boxes for sure to make sure that they're not uncirculated because I've been getting a lot of them lately and we have 2 boxes to hunt. I do want to remind everyone that if you're new to my channel or have missed the first 52 episodes of this nickel hunt and album fill series, I have the playlist starting from box 1 listed down below in the video description as well as pinned up here for your convenience. Now, for those of you already caught up, you know we just need one nickel, the 1950D key date nickel. Obviously, the lowest minted nickel of the Jefferson series. That's why it's the last one we need to get. I have scored a couple of these throughout all my hunts, but I haven't got one during this 85 boxes hunted so far series. Now, I'll take more war nickels. I like seeing buffalo nickels. It'd be awesome to get a V nickel, any foreigns or proofs, you name it. If we can't get the 50D in this 2-box hunt, it'd be nice to get another upgrade, especially in the earlier nickel years, or to upgrade some of these pretty toasty war nickels, but you got to get war nickels in your boxes if you're going to upgrade them. What I didn't know when I made this intro was I would find my fair share of war nickels during this hunt. You guys know the drill. We're caught up. We know we need the 50D. Let's go ahead and get this hunt started. Obviously, I'll bring you in if and when I have a first find. Well, we're on roll number 3, and I think we're going to have a war nickel. I saw it by the edge, but I figured I'd take it all the way out of the wrapper first. And take a look at that. We have a Philadelphia minted war nickel, and it looks like it might be in decent shape. And it's a 43 Philadelphia. We'll check it for that 3/2, which it's not, and the doubled I, which I don't see, but that's a pretty nice war nickel. So, like I said in the intro, if we need it, it might upgrade. That's pretty cool. Silver already, 3rd roll in, and I think I'll point it out while I have you here. Take a look at this nice 1959 that was in roll number 1. Holy cow. I don't think we need a nice 1959 because we found a lot of them, but I'm keeping that for my collection regardless. Now let's get back to the hunt and find more goodies. Roll number 7, we have a 47 Jefferson nickel, 1947 Philadelphia. We're on roll number 11, guys, and I think we have another war nickel. Hopefully it's not just a damaged one, but it definitely has the look. And it is another 1943 Philadelphia. Let's just check it again for that 3/2 and the doubled I, which I don't see, but heck, 2 silver war nickels. Maybe this one has a lamination error on the obverse as well. So 2 silver war nickels already, same year and mint, 43p. This is a boom and start as far as silver finds. Roll number 23. Another 40s Jefferson, a 1946 Philadelphia. Roll number 25 actually had another find, a pretty beat up 52p, and in the same roll, a beat up 41 Philadelphia as well. Roll number 34, we have another beat up 1941, and it's from Denver. It's odd because this box has some pretty ugly older Jeffersons, but we now have 2 59D stunners and a 54D stunner as well. Same roll, and we have a first-year Jefferson nickel. This is a 1938. If it has a mint mark, it's a key date. And it doesn't. Still, a nice 1938 Philadelphia. Not sure we need one for the album to upgrade, but that's a great find nonetheless. Roll 39, another 1941. Pretty good shape from Philly. Roll number 46 is going to produce a 1948 Jefferson nickel from Philadelphia. Well, we finished that first nickel box of this 2-box hunt, and it was a dandy. We got 13 nickels in the 50s, 8 in the 40s, and 1 in the 30s. The 30s was the 38 Philadelphia minted, not key date, but still fun to find a first-year Jefferson nickel. we got 2 war nickels. One in pretty good shape, could be an album upgrader. And then in the 50s, mostly common stuff, but we got some nicer nickels up here that might upgrade the album. I don't know about the 59s. We got 3 really nice ones of those, but this 54D is pretty nice. And I think our 52 Denver is not as nice as this one either. So maybe a few upgraders in that first box and some silver for the collection. Now that we have box 1 done, let me clear this away. We'll start the hunt on box 2, and hopefully I'll see you guys shortly with a find. Roll number 56 of the hunt, and we might have another war nickel right here. And we do. And this one's going to be a San Francisco minted 1945. 3 war nickels in 56 rolls. Can we get a Buffalo? Roll number 58. Another 41 Jefferson nickel. Minted. I think that's San Francisco. And it is 1941 S. Roll number 65, and we've got a 1939 Jefferson nickel here, hoping for a mint mark. No mint mark. Let's check it for the DDR, or doubled die reverse, and it would be on Monticello and 5 cents, and I don't see it. And it is a 39p confirmed. 2 early Jeffersons, 38 and 39. Can't get mad at that. Roll number 69, and we have a 1947 Jefferson nickel from San Francisco. Roll number 72, and we have another 1947, and it definitely has an odd patina to it, almost war nickel-like, but it's a 47 Philadelphia. Actually decent detail for being 74 years old as well. Roll number 74, and we have another early Jefferson find, and this one's going to be another 1939. Decent detail. Is there a mint mark? And there's not. 39 Philly. Is it a DDR? And it's not. 1939p. Take another one of those. Roll number 82. Got a 1946 nickel. Minted. And I believe Denver. And it is 46D. Roll number 84. And we've got another 1939 nickel. Is there a mint mark? There is not. 39p. Does it have the DDR? And it doesn't. 1939 Philly. Third of those. Roll number 85, and we have another nice 1947 nickel. And this one is a Denver as well, and it's pretty nice. It looks like it might have been taped in an album or something. Either way, always nice seeing another 47 nickel in your hunt. Roll number 86, I just cracked it open, and there could be a war nickel right there. Let's take a look together. And it is 1943 San Francisco this time. Holy cow, we now have 4 war nickels and 4 oldies. Can't get mad at that. Roll number 97, and we've got another 1947 in the box. 1947, Denver, in pretty good shape again. Well, same roll, and I didn't notice it. I thought it was just a damaged Jefferson, but that's going to be a Buffalo nickel. We asked for one earlier, and we got one now. And it's going to be a Type 2, and let's see if there's a mint mark on it. I don't see a mint mark. Obviously, when they're damaged like this, it's always hard to tell. I don't think there's something there. I'll double check for sure. But let's see if there's a date that I can make out on this one. It could be... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a date on this one. I'm going to take a look at it. Looks like there's some raised elements there. Let me take a quick peek, and I'll bring you guys back. So I've examined it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I believe that this is going to be a 1920 Philadelphia. And you probably can't see anything either, but just in certain lights, it looks like it could be a 1920p. But let me nick a date it. I don't think that this is actually going to show a date because of the heavy corrosion, but I will try to nicodate it anyway and confirm it, since I know in the last video we didn't nicodate that one and everyone's like, Rob, next time nicodate it. So let me go ahead and apply some nicodate, confirm the date if possible, and I'll be back. All right, so I've applied nicodate, and if you guys need nicodate, I do have a link to that down below in the video description. I put it under the scope, and I think you can be able to see this now. This is the 2, and this is the 0. So this is gonna be a 1920. It's very hard to see because of the amount of corrosion, and in hand, it's very tough to see, but I'm 99% sure that it's a 1920 Philadelphia, which I thought it might have been before I even applied any nicodate, and the nicodate didn't do much, but I think it just accented the date just enough. And again, here's the 2 and here's the 0. So 1920 Philadelphia, pretty beat up buffalo nickel. We'll take it nonetheless. Well, roll number 100 is going to end with an ender. 1949. We've had 4 enders in total in the 100 rolls. 2 59s, a 57, which I didn't show because they're 50s, but this one is a 1949. Let's confirm the mint mark and see if there's any friends before the box is done. That 1949 ender is a Denver mint mark, so we'll check it for that D over S, but it's heavily damaged, and I don't see the D over S anyway. Our first from 1949 out of the 100 rolls. Always good to see. Well, we finished that 100 roll nickel hunt, and it was a dandy. We got 25 in the 50s, 17 in the 40s, including 4 war nickels, which I'll bring up in a second, 4 in the 30s, and 1 in the 20s. 47 total finds out of 100 rolls is about what I would expect from good boxes, and sometimes we don't even get that many. On top of that, because they were good boxes, we got 1 1938P, 3 1939Ps, and then we got the 4 war nickels, a beautiful 43P, another 43P, a 43S, and a 45S. On top of all the finds, we have a pretty good amount of nicer nickels, and I'm going to check those against the album. Obviously, we didn't find the 50D, so 87 boxes are now hunted and no 50D yet, but I'm optimistic that we'll have some upgrades for the album. Let me comb through the finds, bring you back in with a look at the album and any information about any upgrades. All right, we have combed through the finds, and we've got a handful of upgrades. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upgrades this late in the game. Let me go ahead and cover them for you. We are definitely going to upgrade that 54D. The one we had is pretty nice, but the new one, man, fantastic. We're also going to upgrade the 52D. The one in there has a lot of damage, and even though the newer one isn't tremendously nicer, it is nicer in my opinion, and I am going to update the one in the album with it. The next upgrade is the 47D. We've got a lot more detail on the one we want to stick in there in the hair, and the rim is a lot nicer as well. The 43P, also more detail in the hair. So even though it has a little bit of discoloration, it's definitely a much nicer strike. So we'll upgrade that one. And then finally, same thing with the 41S. The one in the album is pretty slick, and there's a little more hair detail on that. Let me plug in those 5 and bring you back. We have plugged in the 5 upgrades. It's always nice to get some upgrades, even when we didn't get the 50D that we're hoping for. On top of that, you saw it, we got the Buffalo, 4 older Jeffersons, and 4 silver war nickels for the 2021 silver jar. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box nickel hunt and fill episode. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. I know the 2021 silver jar is happy to get that kind of snack.